Alright guys, so I don't know about you, but I'm kind of tired of hearing Toto Wolff apologizing to Hamilton and Russell after every single race. Always something about how the car was not very good, or he might just outright say it was terrible.
Lewis, we all know that this is a bit of a box to drive at the moment, and sorry for the back also, we will sort ourselves out. Well driven.
And it's not just Toto either. Both Hamilton and Russell say the same thing, and then guess what? Boom, they're in contention for a podium. Now, yeah, of course I understand that relative to say the W11, one of the greatest F1 cars to ever exist, the W13 and the W14 can be seen as quite lackluster. But by no stretch of the imagination is the W14 a bad car. Last year, of course, the W13 suffered from some severe porpoising, pretty much the worst on the grid. So at the time, I could understand why Toto was begging for forgiveness on the radio like a little girl. But now it just doesn't make sense at all. If I had to guess, I'd say that the W14 is probably just slightly slower than the Ferrari and Aston Martin. So it's almost tied as the second fastest car on the grid. What is there to complain about? What makes me laugh most is after a race, even a good one, you still only hear negatives when it comes to the car. I really feel for the poor workers back at the Mercedes factory. Yeah, great race. I managed a podium. We were miles ahead of the guys behind. Oh, but no, the car was absolutely rear end cheeks. It was all me. I mean, it just doesn't add up. If you don't know, there's this general consensus in the Formula 1 community that the car accounts for pretty much 80% of the result. And the driver is of course that crucial 20% variable. So going by that, you're not going to consistently score podiums on merit with a midfield car. That's why I wholeheartedly believe that Mercedes are simply exaggerating their problems. And at the end of the day, why wouldn't they be? It makes them look better in the media when it sounds like they're overcoming the odds rather than just not having the best car on the grid. It's a nice story, but in the end, it's just that, a story, not necessarily true. Or at least I don't think it is. Just look at their lap times throughout races, for example. You'll see them setting fastest laps left and right. And in quali, they still make it to Q3 all the time. Why is that, you ask? Because the car isn't a Williams, it's still fast. And of all teams, I find it funny that Mercedes are the ones trying to play the underdogs. Seriously, the team that won 8 out of the last 9 Constructors' Championships in a row? Are we talking about the same team here? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Mercedes or Hamilton or Russell. In fact, I really would love to see them in a title contending car, to bring a fight to Red Bull. I'm getting bored of
Max Verstappen dominates the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Same goes for Ferrari. In fact, same goes for the whole freaking grid. The more the merrier. But to sit here and agree that the W14 is rubbish to me would be insane. And also, I think some people might agree. Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, I've always thought of this cool little idea. Imagine the fastest car on the grid is in the hands of 2 really mediocre drivers. We as fans would never know that that car was actually as fast as it really was because the guys at the wheel couldn't maximize the performance of the car. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case with Hamilton and Russell at all. They're both top tier drivers in my books, but I find that idea very interesting. I think it works with driving styles too. A car might be scorching fast, but only few drivers gel with the car the way it drives best. So to us it might look like a bad car when it actually is the opposite. Maybe that could be the case with the Merc. No, I'm not saying it's the fastest car on the grid either. My point is, we can't really know for sure how fast a particular car is. We can only guess. So I guess my little epiphany there kind of rendered this entire video useless in a way. Interesting. But even with that, I'll still hold my ground and say that Mercedes are exaggerating their struggles. I really do think that's the case. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, support the channel through a subscription, and yeah, that's about it. God bless, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.